Hey!
Greetings friend, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over the Everdark Caligo ice armor glitch that is still persistent as of the time of this recording. I had seen a little bit of chatter on the subreddit that this was supposed to be patched out. I hadn't seen anything about it in the patch notes, so I was wondering about it myself, but I'd never encountered it before this expedition. Here's a slow motion version of what I'm talking about. So essentially all four sections of the ice armor explode at the same time, dealing massive damage, and then triggering again before entering the staggering animation. My goal for this video is to see if there's any consistent way of what is actually triggering this glitch to happen, or if it's truly random. So my relic setup here, I have the Edge of Order, because I was not expecting to play Iron Eye. I was actually going to do Revenant, and then the additional character skill use and the Everjail Relic. Ended up using 3 Iron Eyes on this run with the randoms that I played with, hence why I didn't want to play Revenant, just didn't want to pass up that opportunity. We ended up getting the crater for this expedition, and I just wanted to go over all of the different weapons and passives that I had gotten on this run along with the Talismans. So I'll have those going through in the background here, but preliminarily I think that the potential biggest contributor was the Moog Spear, or the mark from Iron Eye being applied fairly consistently. I wanted to include the beginning part of the fight just in case there was anything that may have happened consistently in any of your runs that you feel might have helped trigger the glitch. Pro tip to try to go in the direction of the second swoop to end up closer to where Caligo will land, to be a lot closer to dealing damage. So essentially I just tried to use the bow here in an effort to do as much damage as I could until the moveset got a little bit more stationary, which I'll be going in for here, and then trying to use the Moog Spear to want to use fire damage, the main weakness, and also to trigger bleed and get the buff for the weapon. Just trying to stay as much out of the large sweeping attacks as possible so I can keep doing the Ash of War with the spear, just because it does insane damage to try to get into phase 2 as quickly as possible. Now we've hit the 75 to 80% of the HP bar necessary to enter the second phase, with that last bleed proc just helping push a little bit further. Here's a full speed version of the ice armor starting to crack. One of my teammates is chipping away a little bit with arrows, but I still have the spear out, so I wasn't contributing. And then they just start peeling off and entering the stagger animation, and then we just rush in to try to deal as much damage as possible. And the same with the first proc that happens of it, we just have the mark applied, it's still firing arrows at it as it's trying to reapply, and then cracks once, and cracks again. This time it goes in and it just cracked a third time, which I was not sure was possible, honestly. With that last third ice armor crack, it seemed like it just needed to keep going with this full attack animation chain, going through with the huge ice chunk firing, and then second that it lands, it just goes into the stagger animation, only to try to immediately go back into the reapplying ice armor for it to crack again. Having this glitch happen definitely does trivialize what is otherwise a fairly difficult boss battle with how much frost can be applied and just how much damage with huge AoEs Calico does. Let me know in the comments if you've run into this glitch yourself and if you found any way to consistently trigger it. I also do have a guide if you're not lucky enough to have this glitch happen. I have that right above here. And don't forget, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.